This two-unit brick building is undergoing a major home expansion, with the roof and attic already removed to make way for additional living space. In this episode, Lashaun from Lashley Construction Group teams up with Jason, a truss framing expert, to take precise measurements for a custom truss system on a pop-top addition dormer project in Chicago. After meeting, Jason and Lashaun head upstairs to unroll the architectural blueprints on the table to discuss key planning efforts for this two-unit brick building renovation.
Nice little table right here. Back here. Yep.
In the first 5 to 7 minutes, their discussion focuses on several key points for a successful installation of the truss, such as dimensions, weight distribution, and load-bearing points that will be crucial for the installation of the custom truss system.
For that plan here that he drew up here, I got that. And we got that setback that we have to. So this is what's super important that we agree on today on what you want for that rough open.
Okay.
You know, for what I drew up. You know, this is what I drew. You know, for what it's gonna look like. You know, so what we have.
Gotcha.
You know, is this, and you know, I'm gonna be way out here, so you know, I'm gonna be dictating this. But at the end of the day, we still got to agree on what that dimension is gonna be from here to wherever you want that end up to be ultimately. That new line of the wall above, we want to make sure we know where that's at, because I'm going to be supporting that with all these trusses.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm holding all that weight up.
For sure.
Okay. And the big thing that we changed was that depth. Because, and I had to do that out of necessity, because what Mark had drawn just wasn't going to fly.
Okay.
Because he's supporting that entire roof and that wall.
Yes.
These trusses had to have some meat to them,
Gotcha.
some depth to be able to create that, and be able to give you HVAC pass through, so you could do all
for
that.
sure.
So that was a major difference that we did, from what he had drawn. I think it only 11 7/8 I think is what he had drawn originally. Training plan. Yeah. That was a roof. Yeah, third floor. Yeah, 11 7/8.
11 7/8. Okay.
Yeah. That was just never gonna work.
Okay.
There's not and a chance in that. So.
For sure.
Yeah, and I called Mark and I told him, he's like, I'm sure whatever you do is gonna be fine, Diesel.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good,
So
good.
that's fine. But just so
the
because
opening.
it means something to us. And the reason is because if we assume we're only at 7/8 and now all of a sudden you got 16, we gotta make sure your winder's gonna work for your stair. We have to make that a little bit bigger. So I'd rather be too big.
Right.
You can always close it in.
Exactly.
If it's too small, you're screwed. We don't want that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I definitely want to be just a little bit.
I'd rather be too big, because you can always pad the inside. You put 2x4, you can drywall. It's easy to pad it. But
So let me see what they're asking for. It looks like they're asking for maybe about 5 feet something. 5 feet something here.
for what?
Like this.
Oh, that one? Yeah. Bird snap, because if you think about it, when we take your second floor, that's what's below. This is what we're going to verify today, what is true out to out. And then they're changing that. They're saying your new out to out has to be the 19.7 1/4. So it's easy to figure out what that'll end up be. Once we get that letter, we're going to do that. We're going to verify that. And we're going to make sure that we're going to stick with that. And then what we're going to use as our constant for everything is going to be that stairwell.
Okay.
And then if we lose anything, it's going to be at that 7 1/4. Now we're going to 19 3/4. So there's that 5 feet we're talking about. I double check everything. So yeah, we're definitely going to capture that.
After a detailed discussion, Jason begins to measure the structure, ensuring the trusses will fit seamlessly.
What the trusses are, but then we got to get it squared up.
Agarra la cita.
I'll hand. Do the up. Then you're gonna hook the outside. Very outside. Got it. Yeah. See, we're a little narrower back here. We're at 2110. 10 off the back.
Poncho?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it, man. 2110. Let go.
Meanwhile, our team has already removed the rear brick gable end wall and carefully cleaned the original bricks for reuse, an essential step in maintaining the building's historic character while modernizing the structure.
maybe. Step over now.
We're actually 21, 8 3/4.
21, 8 3/4.
And that's, you know, and I could actually get it to 21, 8 1/2. Yeah, it's split right in the middle. It's 21, 8 5/8, quite honestly. 21, 8 5/8. Okay. Thank you.
After going over some measurements and details,
Maybe
Jason grabs
down
his
below the
laser
brickwork,
distance
spit it out.
measurer and starts to take more precise measurements of the building.
What was it back? 2110?
21,
I got it, punch up.
make it.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot my laser real quick here because I measured that. So we got 8-inch wall, 8-inch wall. I'm assuming the front's an 8-inch wall as well. I'll just shoot my laser on that. We have to overcome. I don't like the detail here. If you look at A6,
We have to put
yeah, 5/8.
21.7.
half eighth on this side, the 5/8 in, this side, 1/4. I mean 1/2.
One half.
Well, I got it.
I
I got it, because we only, yeah. This is just for the plate, and that's for the fire weighted drywall.
Okay, got
That's
it.
fine. So it makes it 21, 7.5 now.
21, 7.5.
Out to out, all the way across.
So that 2x8 needs to be that measurement straight.
Okay, bring it down.
It's gonna be when you get back here, Pancho, because it's bigger. You know, remember we measured 22, so you know
Yeah.
it's going crazy.
Okay.
But we'll
Hey,
fix
Wallace,
that.
Let me give you a call back. I'm on a job. I'm on a job
Don't
site
worry
right
about that.
now.
'Cause
Let me
keep
call
in
you when I
mind
get in the
right
car.
here.
About 10 minutes.
This is actually the
Thank you, sir.
roof right over the. That's the end, because we're gonna come in about this much and then build the wall for the third floor.
For the third floor?
Yeah, we're gonna come. We have to come in something. Like here.
Post, just make sure you either get a 6x6, and then who cares if you got some residual. Just make sure that. But again,
Yep.
you know. So this is gonna be
That's it.
this right here, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna go to that, and that's my inside of my 8-inch.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna stand over there and shoot into the shade. It's a lot easier.
So you can see it.
That's it. There we go.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, because that way it matches.
Perfect.
If you see an 8 at the end, that's a 1/2 inch.
Did you say 3 3/4?
4 feet 2 3/4.
Got it.
So what you'll see from me is you're gonna see 4 2 12.
4 2 12. Okay.
Get it?
Yep. I got
And
it.
if you see a 4, it's a quarter and all that.
I got it.
And I put a little note on there that says all my dimensions are feet, inches, 16. So again, to
Yeah,
help
I
anybody.
seen it. I seen it because it's
Yeah.
on the sheet. It's on the little
On the layout.
layout. you
Yes,
said.
yeah, yeah. All right, so that's good to know.
I had to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's, yeah, you have to on jobs like this. Oh, it worked out. I was already coming to town. I was like, and I live so far away, and that when I come into town, I want to get as much as I can done. Yeah. I started north side, started working down south here, and I was only 20 minutes away when I called you.
I wouldn't have seen you. I wouldn't have seen you until next week.
Yeah.
You know. If you,
Yeah. And I am coming next week, but yeah, it would have been, you know, so this just timing of it was perfect. It really worked out very well. Stars aligned. Front lines are always center span, you know, of this one. So it's going to be roughly like right here. And I'll go a foot this way and a foot this way. So I could spread these last 2 trusses just a little bit wider, so you'll get like, so if I'm 24 inches on center, you lose 3 1/2, and that's what you get to get in between, and then you go through your duct.
If you're enjoying this behind-the-scenes look,
fine?
make sure to hit
Right
that
now,
like
I said,
button, subscribe, and drop a comment below.
Chew-on centers, cost effective.
Stay tuned for the next phase of this exciting Pop Top Dormer Edition project. We'll see you in the next video.